Okay, a quick note before we get into this video. I realized after the fact that I have some schmutz on my mustache, but I enjoyed the video so much and I liked what I had to say that I wasn't going to do it over. So I apologize for the schmutz on the mustache. Hopefully you can forgive me. I hope so.
Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com here with a ranty McRanterson on something that you guys brought to my attention involving a young photographer and a huge brand. Now, who's the young photographer? Well, it is Brooklyn Beckham, who so happens to be the son of David and Victoria Beckham, and he is only 16, yet Burberry just hired him for one of their campaigns. They hired him to be a photographer. Now, I went ahead and found this article from TheGuardian. Is it TheGuardian.com? Yep, it's TheGuardian.com, and they have some quotes from a bunch of different photographers, and I want to weigh in on what they said and my thoughts on a 16-year-old kid getting this probably high-paying job. I mean, it's a pretty big deal, and for those of you who don't know what Burberry is, it is a very posh line of stuff. Look it up. You'll check it out in a minute. It's probably not something that I would buy, but let's get into some of this stuff from The Guardian. So here's a quote. Fashion photographer Chris Floyd told The Guardian that Burberry's decision to employ the inexperienced Beckham was a devaluation of photography that showed a lack of respect for hardworking, experienced professionals. Well, Chris, stop being such a wuss. I'd love to use another term, but your point is not valid. It is not devaluing photography at all. He so happens to be a 16-year-old kid who so happened to be born into the family that he's born in. You can't fault him for that, and that he took up photography. Awesome. I don't care if he's an amateur. I don't care if he's picked up an iPhone or he's shooting with a pinhole camera. He has 5.9 million subscribers on Instagram, so somebody is following him, and that is smart of Burberry to go ahead and hire him because they're going to get more brand awareness. This is the new world order. If you're going to be this old crotchety punk, then you need to just stop talking and go back to worrying about your own work, because honestly, this isn't a job that you were gonna get. He's not taking away a job from you. He's not taking away a job from 99.99% of the people out in the world. So that's what I have to say about that. Also, if you want to talk about a good idea, Victoria Beckham has 9.2 million Instagram followers and David Beckham has 19 million. So if they start talking about it, well, that is a pretty good thing. So the 47-year-old, who is best known for his striking portraits of celebrities, including Stephen Fry and Paul McCartney, also said Brooklyn's jump to professionalism goes against everything that his parents represent. Well, how do you know what his parents represent? You're not his parents. He said David and Victoria Beckham represent sheer willpower and graft. Especially her, she's climbed the mountain all by herself. They represent hard work, and then their 16-year-old son comes along, and it's sheer nepotism. He hasn't done it from hard work, which is counterintuitive to what his parents represent. You. I don't care what you have to say about this. It's not a big deal, pure nepotism. So what? That's how the world works. If you have a leg up, you use it. We had a president in this country for some reason that so happened to be nepotized into the presidency. It is what it is. People still voted for him. Burberry hired him. It doesn't matter. Stop being such a baby that you got those other jobs and maybe you didn't get this job. Grow up. Seriously. The kid's 16. I don't care if he was 8. You've got Hawkeye Huey out there at 5 years old traveling the world with his dad for National Geographics. Is that a big deal? No. Because you go, well, his dad is in National Geographics and his kid now has a say because of his parents. It is what it is. You're not just going to tell your kid that he can't do anything because you're really successful. But if you teach your kid values, which I'm sure that Victoria and David have done, they know that the kid is going to respect the job that he was given. So be it. Get over it. Let's see, there's more here. Floyd admitted Burberry's decision to employ a teenage star with millions of Instagram followers was very clever, but said it had nothing to do with producing good photography. Who are you to determine what is good and what is not good? I don't care what you have to say, just like people don't care what I have to say when it comes to me critiquing somebody's work. It's personal preference. The goal of Burberry, to get their brand out there, and that's exactly what they're doing with a kid who has 5.9 million subscribers and has a huge following and so happens to take pictures. I don't care. That's a great thing. Good on you, Beckham. Now we have John Gorgan. He's obviously not going to be doing the lighting. He'll have no clue of the programs, the cameras, or Photoshop, Gorgon said. It's going to be so well managed. He'll have the best hair and makeup, the best models, the very best equipment so that the chance of any risk is greatly reduced. Again, seriously. A lot of high-end photo shoots have people that set everything up for the photographers. You have digitex, you have lighting techs, you have hair and makeup. You have all of this stuff. It's a professional high-end job. He's coming in and he's taking pictures. Who cares? That is what it is. Your point is not valid that he's just, how do you know he doesn't know Photoshop or Lightroom or lighting? Who gives a crap? If they're happy with the photos, the client, that's all that matters. And then it infuriates me because I learned my trade and other photographers learned their trade, but he's not learning his trade. Screw you again. Who are you to say that he's not learning his trade? He just so happens to have a leg up on a lot of other people, and he's making something happen with it. He's making a go of it. He got the job, he's built a brand, he's built a following, and yes, he had it a lot better off than most people out there, but you can't fault the kid for that. So that's that. He's not taking a job away from me. I'm not upset that he's getting that job. How are you going to be upset that he's getting a job from a huge company like that, which his parents and probably wear the stuff? It's great on Burberry. Great job doing this. I don't care. It doesn't devalue photography. This is photography today. This is the business. You don't need, you could know the most technical stuff of anything in photography and never get a job because you don't have a reach to get to anybody. This is the new world. If you're going to sit there and bitch about somebody with an Instagram following getting a job, well, maybe you should figure out how to get an Instagram following or stay back in the 80s and 90s and 2000s where the only way to get the job was supposedly through hard work. You still knew people. You still got in with them. So be it. This is what it is. Get over it. That's the end of my rant. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.